DP World adds new trade routes across the globe, and the Indian rupee hits a new record low. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. DP World added more than 23,000 nautical miles of new trade routes across the globe in the first 3 quarters of this year, equivalent to a complete circumnavigation of the Earth. The new routes connect the Americas, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. They're providing alternatives to globally congested routes and ports across the world. The routes are also opening new trading opportunities for cargo owners and giving underserved populations better access to goods and services. The Indian rupee hit a record low today, dropping to 82 to the U.S. dollar as rising oil prices and imminent U.S. Federal Reserve rate hikes weigh on the currency. India is one of the world's biggest oil importers, and the recent jump in oil prices following OPEC's decision to cut output has caused prices to climb. Brent crude is trading at around $94 today. It's causing concerns that a trade deficit will resurface in India. Investors piled into cash at the fastest weekly rate since April 2020 in a week to Wednesday, as soaring government borrowing costs, high energy prices, and slowing growth fanned risk aversion. BofA Global Research says investors plowed $88.8 billion into cash and sold $18.3 billion in bonds. It's the fastest weekly rate in 4 months. Investors also shed stocks, with equity funds recording weekly outflows of $3.3 billion. U.S. equity outflows resumed, and European equities saw their 34th week of outflows. The biggest U.S. banks are expected to report weaker Q3 profits as the economy slowed and volatile markets put the brakes on deal-making. 4 of the nation's largest lenders, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley, will report Q3 earnings next Friday. They're expected to report a slide in net income after turbulent markets reduced investment banking activity and lenders set aside money to cover borrowers' missed payments. Banks earn more when interest rates rise, but their fortunes are also tied to the health of the broader economy. Taiwan's TSMC has posted better than expected Q3 profits as rivals warn that demand for consumer electronics is being hit by the global economic downturn. TSMC operates the world's largest silicon wafer factories and produces some of the most advanced microchips used in everything from smartphones and cars to missiles. Q3 revenue at the world's largest contract chipmaker rose 48% year-on-year to about $19.4 billion. The results come as rival Samsung Electronics warned it expects Q3 operating profits to fall 32%. $270 trillion of investments are needed for the planet to meet a climate target of net zero emissions by 2050. That's according to a Swiss Re study that underscores the daunting challenges involved. It comes ahead of next month's COP27 climate negotiations in Egypt, where 90 heads of state have confirmed attendance. The report reveals if investments continue at the current pace, net zero won't be achieved until 2069. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest loser is Elon Musk, down $2 billion with net wealth of $230 billion. Our second biggest loser today is Bernard Arnault, down $1.6 billion with net wealth of $150.6 billion. And our third place loser is Larry Ellison, down $1.6 billion with net wealth of $90 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. And German sportswear giant Adidas put its partnership with Kanye West under review today after he triggered a furor by wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt at Paris Fashion Week. Adidas said, "We have taken the decision to place the partnership under review." West had been widely criticized over the t-shirt, which was also shown as part of his collection in Paris earlier this week. West and Adidas launched their first Yeezy shoe together in 2015, a partnership that made him a billionaire. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is The Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.